Hello, I'd like to talk briefly about how to actually interact with the virtual machine in System Center, the Virtual Machine Manager. And I apologize for the shaky cam. The dog has decided to join me. Anyway, so as you're doing this, to get to your VMs, you're going to need the VMs and Services workspace down in that lower left-hand corner. You've got the four workspaces, the list of workspaces. You've got your VMs and services, your fabric, your library, your jobs, your settings. The jobs workspace actually will, if you double click it, it will actually open a new window, which is just jobs, which is everything the System Center has been doing for you in the background, and any subtasks that were involved. You can actually watch something happen. If you watch something in System Center, you may see an overall status. You'll see a status bar, overall status. If you go into jobs and you look at the same event, you'll see subjobs. So you go to you go to the all hosts node under VMs and services, you click your host that is the host for that VM. You click that, and then what you can do is connect to it. Now, the thing to note here is you don't have to. You can start a VM without ever interacting with it. I mean, particularly if it's not a VM you need to talk to directly, you can do that. You can also jump back and forth, particularly if your System Center server and your management console and is also one of your Hyper-V hosts, and you've got some local machines. You could actually start something in System Center, then go over to the Hyper-V manager, see it there, and open it there. Or alternatively, you can connect via the console, or you can connect via remote desktop. Now, if you're working with a VM and you full screen it, it's essentially going to show you what looks for all the world like a remote desktop screen. If you've ever used remote desktop and you've made a remote desktop connection, there's that blue inverted trapezoid with the name of the VM and some basic buttons, including what looks like a cellular signal strength glyph, which actually will disconnect you. You can connect to that VM if the connection is lost. You can send a Control-Alt-Delete keystroke to the guest OS. You can switch to full screen mode. And then it really will start looking like remote desktop. So you go to VMs here, VMs and services, that fabric. That'll give you your VMs and services, your tenants, your clouds, Azure, VM networks, storage, all the hosts, all nodes, and then your individual hosts. And each individual host, you'll see the VMs that are available to it and their current state, whether they're up, whether they're down, etc., whether they know something about the OS or not. And just to show you, let me see hold on just a second. System Center server. So what you've got right here is my server 2016. It's running. I can see how much storage it's using. I can see how much memory it has, how many processors it's running. I can see its MAC address, its IPv4 IP address, obviously a PEPA, its IPv6 link local. I can actually see what it's doing in terms of CPU. It's been sitting there doing nothing for a while, and so I can actually also see where it lives. My System Center STC local. So this is what we're talking about. And as I can see, I could pause it here, and it would show up paused there. I could, and actually, let me do this. Let me go ahead and. If you right-click it, you get a bunch of options, including Connect or View. Connect via console. Let's give that just a second to start. Alternatively, you can do essentially the same thing from your Hyper-V manager. So here we go. it looks, it is very similar to Hyper-V, but not precisely the same. And now if I close this here, that will not really do anything. The fun thing is, say for example, if you want some text to put into the clipboard, you could do that and type some text and then pop it into the clipboard. So there's a little bit of system of host guest integration there. So thanks for watching, and we'll keep going with the videos.